1 year ago tonight, a murder took place inside the downtown Denver jail, and today the family of the victim said that City and County of Denver shares at least some responsibility for what happened.
So the city won't comment, at least not now, but the family of a murdered man told 9 News investigates Chris Vanderveen. The story itself deserves a lot more scrutiny.
The stay here inside the downtown Denver jail was never meant to be long, 5 days at most, for a warrant out of a different county. His family even got notice he was on his way out.
You were told he was released.
We got that text saying that he'd been released.
Angela Hernandez still can't believe what happened next.
How did that happen?
I have no idea.
The text about her son, Vincent Chacon, wasn't exactly correct.
He had been released. He was dead.
He was dead.
Here's where it gets even more strange, she says. At first, investigators told her maybe Chacon had choked on an apple. The explanation made little sense, particularly when she learned Chacon's cellmate, a parolee named Ricky Lee Roybal Smith, had confessed to the crime. "I did it," he told them.
I'm very angry. Nobody wants to be honest about what happened.
Monday,
we're here this morning to announce the filing of a lawsuit.
Hernandez and her family announced they were suing the city in federal court for the murder of Vincent Chacon.
No parent should ever have to stand before cameras and speak about the death of their child.
Roybal Smith, a parolee, strangled Chacon, did it just hours after being arrested for driving high. Why he ended up in a cell with Chacon is now the subject of this lawsuit.
It was patently obvious to the City and County of Denver that this man was a danger to himself and others.
You may remember the name Ricky Lee Roybal Smith. He's now pled guilty to not just the Chacon murder, but to murdering 2 others on Colfax the night before. Murders he had yet to be linked to when he ended up in the Denver jail.
My son's life mattered. His voice mattered.
Hernandez says the city, at the very least, should not have put her son in the same cell with a man the lawsuit claims jail staff knew was high. Chacon's father agrees.
My baby boy is no longer here. I can no longer hear his voice.
The lawsuit will now attempt to answer the questions Chacon's family still has. Questions that remain numerous, precisely 1 year after Chacon's death. Chris Vanderveen, 9 News.
The city's attorney's office hadn't seen the lawsuit when we reached out to the office today, and thus far told us it had no comment. Roybal Smith, as Chris's early reporting uncovered, is now also charged with a 4th murder that took place in Inglewood that also took place when he was on parole.